Welcome back to Evony Guides. In this video, we're going to be checking out the Arctic Barbarian Invasion event. We're going to be starting off by simply attacking a level 4 Barbarian that I found on the world map. Of course, you're first going to want to scout them and see what troops they have inside of the castle. You'll see the amount of resources you're going to get for defeating that particular Barbarian, along with their troops. Sometimes they will have much more troops than this for this level Barbarian, so we're quite lucky with this one, but usually they would have more archers or ground or something in comparison to what they do right now. I'll show you one of the other scouts I have to show you that difference. As you can see here, 1.2 million archers. Seen as in this particular instance it's quite even with the troop types, I'm just going to send a pretty lazy march to it because it should be easier. But do remember, if you do this, you will end up getting a little bit more losses and you're going to waste some of those resources that you end up gaining from attacking it. Of course, you want to use the highest tier you can and also add in some layered troops as well of a lesser amount, as you've seen I've done. This isn't a perfect march by any means, but it's a decent one to get started. So I'm just going to simply attack this one, and you're going to see that I get some losses from that, some wounded troops. And of course the city goes on fire. So I get the resources from that and 500,000 in losses that will go to my hospital. We're going to check out how much that actually is going to cost me to revive those troops. And as you can see, it's much less than I actually obtained from the city. That's going to be your goal when selecting a level 2, level 3, 4, 5, or 6 Barbarian to make sure you're attacking one that is significantly below your power level if possible, to ensure you're not losing more resources than you're spending on the healing of your troops. We're going to quickly check a level 3. You can see the power difference. The other one I just attacked I think was about 50 million power. This level 3 is only 10 million power, as you see up here. And you can see its stats. The higher level one you attack, the more power it will have, and the better stats those troops in the castle will have. Of course, the more stats you have in comparison to these troop buffs, it will mean you can attack a higher level one, even if your power from your march might be less than theirs. If you're unsure, the power of the march can be seen right here when you're marching on it, which includes your general power and all of your troops all at the same time in the same power amount. Level 4 Barbarians can be about 50 million power, but they can be much higher as well, so make sure you do check by clicking the Details tab. This level 5 here is over 300 million power, but they can sometimes be about double that. So it's important to check the exact power of each specific one and scout them to ensure you're not going to lose a lot of troops in that they go to the hospital and it's going to cost you a lot to get those troops back. The reason you do not want to be losing many troops to your hospital is because the rewards aren't out of this world by any means, but they are still decent. But make sure you're making the most of each attack and optimizing your marches, not like me with a lazy march just before, to ensure that these rewards can actually seem sensible to you, although to me they're perhaps not. What you're really looking for are the score rewards rather than ranking well in the event, so don't worry too much about ranking very high, as spenders will always get those spots for a reason I'm going to explain in a moment. As you get up, you can get all of these up to a maximum of 500 million points. You can get this chest, for instance, with 40,000 gems and a bunch of other items, including a treasure box, which multiple treasure boxes, which you can check out these rewards yourself in game. If you ever forget anything from this video, you can come to the information icon up here, and that will give you a little bit of a refresher. There's also alliance scores that can get you alliance rewards, and of course the ranking rewards as you see here for each place. Again, the rewards aren't that great for larger players, so don't worry too much if you're struggling to rank well. Just go for some of these boxes from the score rewards and use it as an opportunity to test out your army in a more PvP type setup when you're attacking these larger Arctic barbarians. Another way to earn points is once you've attacked them and they're on fire like this, you simply click on it, click attack again, and send a second march to go and occupy the city. Once it's occupied, you will see points popping up about every second, as you see here on my screen. That is adding to your barbarian scores. You can only occupy it for a certain amount of time. The higher the level that you have attacked or someone else has attacked and caused to go on fire, the longer you can occupy it for. And the more points you get per second as well. This means you should be working with your alliance to maximize your points. As you can see, I've got 2 chances left today, so you can personally attack and kill 10 barbarians yourself. And then you can reinforce even more cities that your alliance has been killing to maximize the points you're getting each day. Make sure you're using up all challenge chances to get the maximum possible points. Again, remembering you do not have too many wounded, as that can become a problem. I'll quickly show you an attack where I had more wounded. As you can see here, it's over 3 million power lost. It's just wounded. You can get them back in the hospital, but it does cost quite a few resources to get those back. So make sure you're weighing up the rewards and the risk involved, rather than putting too much emphasis on winning and losing more than you end up gaining from the event rewards. The last thing I want to mention is that the best way to get points is simply opening barbarian tokens that you get from purchased packages. This is why spenders will often be in the top 10 positions at least on your server, because they get much more rewards from simply opening these than you do for attacking and holding them. I've only got 7 million points from attacking and holding a few. They would get 3-4 times that for opening just one of them from their inventory. That's a way to get good points and get on the top of the leaderboards if that's what you want to do as a spender. But for those free players, that's why you should not be vying for those top spots, because it's more or less impossible, unfortunately. If you have any more advanced questions about what you should send against each specific level, leave it down in the comments below, and I'll make sure to get back to you to help you out with that. Of course, make sure you're using troop buffs in your city, which I didn't do this time, but you can certainly do, and use march size capacity items to increase your total power you're sending against them, which will again reduce your losses. That's going to be all for this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell to get notified when my future videos go live. And I'll see you in the next one.